1.2, factoring polynomials. Okay, so applying what we've learned, we know how to factor trinomials, we know how to factor binomials if we need to, and now we're trying to factor things that are higher than to the power of 3. So something that can be really useful is checking for a remainder. So we know that when something divides into something else perfectly, there is no remainder. So having a quick way to solve for a remainder is really helpful so that we can save some time in this process. So one way we can check for a remainder without having to do the whole division process is plugging in your answer. If you plug in your answer and you get a 0, then you know that it's a factor. If you plug in your answer and you get not 0, then it has a remainder, and then that's not useful for you. So we're going to plug in x to equal 3, because we want x to equal 0. So if we want x to equal 0, we would add 3 to both sides. We want x to equal 3. So we're going to go 2 times 3 to the power of 4 minus 5 times 3 to the power of 3 minus 5 times 3 squared plus 5 times 3 plus 3. I want you to pause the video and I want you to try typing this in. What you should have got is 0. So x minus 3 is a factor. Yay! Okay, let's try it with x plus 2. So we're going to plug in x to be negative 2. So we're going to get 2 times negative 2 to the power of 4 minus 5 times negative 2 to the power of 3 minus 5 times negative 2 squared plus 5 times negative 2 plus 3. So, pause the video, type that in. You should get negative 15. If you're not getting the same answer as me for that, you're probably having some trouble with your calculator, so either come show me or ask me what you're doing wrong or send me a picture of what you typed in so I can help you with that. Knowing how to use your calculator is a really important skill because it's going to save you a lot of time. Okay, so because we got a remainder, we know that x plus 2 is not a factor. Awesome. Okay, let's test some out. You can also do them in your head if you really want to. Save some time though. Okay, which binomials are factors of the following? So we're going to plug in a negative 1, a 3, a 4, and a negative 4. You don't have to show your work here, but you can. It's probably better to, just so I know what you're doing. So I want you to pause the video and I want you to type these into all of them. I'm just going to keep writing. Oops, not negative 1. 3. Plus 5 times 3 plus 12. Okay, so the first one, you should have got 0. Second one, you should have got 0. The third one, you should have got 0. And the fourth one, you should have got negative 168. So no, yes, yes, yes are all factors. Also, thinking about this, this is to the power of 3. So if I know that this is a factor, and if I know that this is a factor, and I know that this is a factor, a trinomial, or not a trinomial, a polynomial to the degree of 3 is going to have 3 answers. So x plus 1, x minus 3, and x plus 4 are all of our answers. So that's actually factored now. The only issue with this solution is that can be time consuming checking every single factor. So we need a strategy to make it a little bit more precise. So we're going to factor this. So the first thing I'm going to tell you, this trick, is that you're going to want to test small numbers first. So 1, negative 1, 2, negative 2. But also, you want it to be something that is a factor of a times c. That also is going to help. So you can try factors of those as well. So for instance, for this one, 3 times 2 is 6. Don't try 7. That's a waste of your time. It's not going to work. Okay, so we're going to test it. Let's try it with 1 first. So 3 times 1 cubed minus 4 times 1 squared minus 5 times 1 plus 2. I get negative 4. So not good. Let's try negative 1. 3 times negative 1 cubed minus 4 times negative 1 squared minus 5 times negative 1 plus 2. I get 0. Awesome. That means that because negative 1 worked, x plus 1 is going to be a factor. So we've already found one of them. We want to see what's left over when we divide out an x plus 1. So I'm going to synthetic divide. So we're going to plug a negative 1 in here. We've got a 3, negative 4, negative 5, 2. Bring down the 3. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Add those together to get negative 7. 7 times negative 1 is 7. Add those together to get 2. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2, and amazing! We got a 0. If you didn't, you did something wrong, so go back. Okay, so what we can write this now is x plus 1, because that's a factor, and then we can write this. So 3x squared minus 7x plus 2. And it's always going to be 1 degree less than your original degree when you do this, if that helps. Okay, now we can factor this, and we already know how to factor this because we know how to factor trinomials. So we want two numbers that add up to make negative 7, and multiply to make 3 times 2, which is 6. My numbers are going to be negative 6 and negative 1. A is not 1, so I cannot skip the steps, so I'm going to break up the middle term. So we have 3x squared minus 6x minus x plus 2. I'm just going to leave that x plus 1 for now. Now I'm going to take out a common factor. So I have a 3x here, and I have a negative 1 here. Remember that when this is a subtraction sign, you need to take out a negative or it will not work. So I have 3x, x minus 2, minus 1, x minus 2, and that's perfect. Our brackets are the same. So our brackets are 3x minus 1, x minus 2, and we still have this x plus 1 from the beginning. And ta-da! We have factored it down to 3 terms. Give yourselves a round of applause. Woo! Okay, let's do another one. That's factoring. Ta-da! Alright. So I always start with 1 and negative 1, obviously. So 2 times 1 cubed plus 5 times 1 squared minus 6 times 1 minus 9. I get negative 8. Alright, see ya. Let's try negative 1. 2 times negative 1 cubed plus 5 times negative 1 squared minus 6 times negative 1 minus 9. This one is 0. So we know that x plus 1 is a factor. Let's synthetic divide. So we have 2, 5, negative 6, negative 9, and we're putting a negative 1 in front. Bring down a 2. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Add those together, we get 3. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Add those together, we get negative 9. Negative 9 times negative 1 is positive 9. 0. Amazing. Okay, so you have x plus 1, and now we have this. So 2x squared plus 3x subtract 9. Now we have a trinomial. I know how to factor that. Whoop. Two numbers that add up to make 3, multiply to make 2 times negative 9, which is negative 18. My numbers are going to be 6 and negative 3. A is not 1, so I need to break up my middle term. So we have 2x squared plus 6x minus 3x minus 9. Two groups. We have 2x minus 3. So our final factored term, start with the x plus 1, is x plus 1. We have the 2x minus 3, and then whatever's left over. So x minus, or plus 3. And then you're factored. I skipped a step, sorry. I'm going to start skipping steps more often. If you need all of the steps, you write them. You do what you do. Alright, that's factoring. Factoring is my favorite thing in all of math, except for asymptotes. I like those more. Alright, to be continued.